So with Fortnite becoming one of the top leagues in the esports community, tons of players are already gaining recognition and titles for what they are doing and what they have already done, such as Ninja and Tfue gaining such as, let's say, Jordan and LeBron type debate, and Nick Merckx gaining an insane recognition for his disadvantage as a PS4 player competing against PC players and still being able to play at their level. And one more example I'm going to give is the 13-year-old, which I believe his name is Mongrel, playing on a huge esports team named Team Secret, and is one of the best builders out there on any platform playing on PC. And at his age, he's an absolutely amazing and incredible player. But with that said, there are also fans of those players who are gaining interest in joining the Fortnite esports community, but do not know exactly how to play, Fortnite competitively. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys that my top 5 tips that not only have I experienced, but have I learned from watching my favorite streamer, which is Nick Merckx. And I'm going to be telling you guys these to hopefully guide you and help you when you first join your first tournament or do your first GB. So what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Rose here, and welcome to my probably my second top 5. But this is actually going to be a top 5 where I rank the best tips that I know and helping you guys and hopefully inform you guys about everything you need to know when it comes to playing competitive Fortnite. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Now, to start off this list at number 5, I'm going to give one of the simplest tips in my opinion. But obviously this might not be that simple if you are just starting out competitive Fortnite. And this tip is know the timing of your plays. Now I will, descriptively explain what I mean by that, but let me give one example real quick. Let's say you are in a final round of a 2v2 tournament and it's it's $100, but it's a best out of 2. You go into the second game up, let's say 10. You need to know when you need to play squad, when you need to play an actual squad, or if you need to play defensively. Now, the first thing I said, play a squad, is offensively. So let's say you're up by 10 and you see your teammates, or technically your opposing players, going against a squad. If you play offensively, that means you are going for the kills. You are absolutely full sending the kills and trying to take them away. But if you play defensively, that means you are trying to play your life and stay alive as long as possible. That way, in case they die, you have a chance. If they came back and you're down by 1, you have a chance to get at least one more kill. And what you do when you play defense is you sit back, you see if they end up dying, and as well as a smart choice is to try and steal kills. Now, I know that might not sound defensive because you're going for kills, but if you sit back and try to steal the kills, all you're doing is letting your teammates weaken them, technically opposing players. You're letting them weaken them, and then you're just taking a couple shots to finish off the enemy team, the actual enemy team. So that's one example I'm going to give y'all, and for the rest of this list, I'm going to give one example per per number. But when I say timing plays, you absolutely have to know when you're in the lead, when you're down. You need to know when to play against other teams. You need to know when you want to stick with your teammates, technically opposing players. And you need to know when you guys if you are skilled enough but not used to competitive, you need to get used to playing split, which means, let's say you go risky and then your teammate goes over to what's called lazy links now. So you guys are going to split up and try to get as many kills as possible by yourselves. You're basically going to solo squad it. That's what I mean by timing your plays and knowing when to make your plays. Coming up at number 4, I have for you guys to know your rotations. Now, if you are a Call of Duty player, you should definitely know what rotations are, but obviously this is for Fortnite competitive players, new ones. So if you do not know what rotations are, I'm going to give another example. Let's say you go Fatal. You need to know where the actual enemy players in the entire lobby enemies are more than likely going. So if the bus goes from Snobby to Paradise, if you go Fatal, you're gonna think, okay, people landed in Tilted, people landed at Salty, and people went Paradise. So you're either gonna go from Fatal straight to Salty and then to Tilted, or let's say straight to Salty and then straight to Paradise. use a rift, and then go to wherever else you want. So rotations are basically knowing where your enemies are going and being able to play the squads that are there, knowing that there are for sure players there. Now obviously if you get a terrible bus, you might, like, let's say you go risky to tilted, more than likely it's not going to be people paradise, but considering it is popular, there might be a squad going there, so it is worth it going from fatal to salty to paradise. Now the third tip I have for you guys is land where you are comfortable. Now I am not the best player in the entire fucking world, so me and my teammate do not go tilted every single fucking game. And as a matter of fact, I don't think we've ever gone tilted in any competitive game whatsoever. The reason for that is because we are not comfortable. Although we do know that a lot of people go there, we are not exactly comfortable going there and not used to, you know, landing there, getting a gun, and full sending everything. We are used to going, let's say, fatal, risky, sometimes salty, and just places where we know that more than likely there might be at least 1 or 2 squads there that we can easily wipe out. Because when you think about it, the people that go tilted are all mostly, you know, the tryhards. Technically, you know, if you're gonna get butthurt over that, I'm gonna say, you know, the good players, and as well as paradise. Sometimes salty, there are really good ass players, and really fatal and risky, they usually do not have, you know, really good ass players. So us going there, we are comfortable with it. We know our chest spawns, we know our loot spawns, so we're able to get a weapon very fast, we're able to heal up, and we're able to go against the other squads that are there. So if you do not feel like going tilted, do not go tilted just because your favorite streamer goes there and gets a shit ton of kills and gets their team in the lead. No, it is not just about that, trust me. A lot of players, even though they're good, they land there and they'll die right off the start, and sometimes either a teammate will have to save their ass or their teammate just falls too. So go where you are comfortable, where you are used to everything being there, and where you're able to make plays out of. Now for the second best tip that I have for you guys is simply have some fucking brains. Now that might seem very simple, and you know, it might seem kind of harsh, but what I mean by that is, let's say you are in an absolute final round of a $2,000 fucking match, and you see a squad while your opposing players are down. You need 3, there's 4 of them, and you don't know if they're, you know, the best squad. You see a drift, you see a no skin, you see a free skin, and you see a fucking renegade raider. You shoot at the no skin with a green AR. They're long distance, or, you know, not sniper distance, but you know, they're pretty a little bit far, and you shoot them with a green AR. You shoot the no skin, you expect them not to do shit and the others to build. The no skin builds an entire mansion in 2 fucking seconds. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get very pressured, you're gonna get very nervous because you are not used to this. So you need to know when's a good time to shoot with an AR, an SMG, a shotgun, or a grenade launcher. Now if you see a no skin and you want to shoot him with the AR, fine, maybe you'll get lucky and he is very unskilled. But if you have a grenade launcher or grenades or rocket launcher or something like that, you gotta know that that might be the most ideal thing to use. You could, you know, if you and your teammate have good communication, which is gonna be in just a little bit, your teammate can shoot with an AR while you spam the fuck out of them like a fucking faggot, even though you're probably gonna win $2,000 out of it, so who the fuck cares. And you shoot grenade launchers, you get 1 kill, their teammate comes over, tries to revive him, while the other 2 shoot at you motherfuckers, and the other grenade launcher hits the other grenade hits the teammate that's trying to revive him. Guess who gets knocked down? You have 2 knocked. All you need is the other 2. Now it's a 2v2. And now it's an even chance. Now who might actually be able to win this shit? You guys. Now finally, for number 1 on this list, I know most of you guys, or you know, some of you guys probably play solo competitive Fortnite, but those of you that have a teammate, this goes mainly for you guys, and that is to build chemistry and have really good ass communication. Now that might seem like the simplest thing, but the thing is, a lot of people do not realize that other people, like if you have like me and my teammate Lucky, we are actually 2 hours, differential. So we have to plan out when we're gonna play with each other. At the time that I pretty much go to fucking sleep for school. I'm supposed to. Lucky is fucking having dinner with his family. So with that said, we have our $100 tournaments that we usually do every day. For me it's at 8, for him it's at 6. So he goes to eat at 6. I'm just simply just playing here at fucking 8 because I'm still in summer. So you guys have to have not communication in just the game, but you guys have to know when you guys are able to play with each other. You guys have absolutely need to know each other's schedule. And with the chemistry thing, not only do you guys need to play with each other, don't please nobody take that in a gay way, but not only play games with each other, but if you guys live in the same town and stuff and you still happen to have different time zone, or not time zones but time schedules, then you guys probably need to try hanging out and stuff like that. If you are really good friends and just became teammates and just started to plan, let's become the most professional Fortnite player ever. So with that said, you guys absolutely have to do everything you can to build as much chemistry, because if you are in a 2v0 situation and you are down 3, you two need to know, pretty much have fucking, I don't know what it's called, but you guys need to mind read each other and be able to tell when to shoot at a player and when to play it safely. So that's what I mean by build chemistry and have communication, not only in the game such as callouts, but communication as in know each other's schedule and stuff like that. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, click that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.